All right, are we ready then?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I hope you've got a good half hour to do this. We've got a long agenda. The first page, you've got two people on the public agenda. I don't know if Stephanie's still, do we know if Stephanie still wants to speak?
Last I heard
She was? Okay, all right. Page two.
I believe she does.
Okay, all right. Page two, petitions for public improvements. Nothing more to say on that. Page three, we have three properties, 1, 2, and 3 of unfinished business are built, structures that have been to you previously. The first one, actually, the council took an original action, or the last action on June 7th and deferred it to this meeting, September 6th, if nothing was done on repair and remodeling. And the other two were considered by you last on January 11th, and the property owners were given 6 months to do something. And again, I think you'll hear in the staff report that the work was not accomplished. And new business number 1, this is for this action involves the Legacy Antique Building at Douglas and Emporia. That project is renovating 27,000 square feet, of space for new office uses, retaining 86 employees and providing opportunity for job growth going forward. There are multiple actions here. It's a $1,035,000 facade improvement special assessment. There's a lease of up to 108 spaces in a city-owned parking garage that's adjacent to the property. And then there's approval of an $11 million IRB, which will provide them with a sales tax exemption on construction materials. That's it on that page. Page 4, number 2. This is Kingdom Investment is the name of the firm that will invest $5.7 million to purchase and renovate a building located at William and Market for office and apartment space. You'll be approving a $565,000 facade improvement special assessment. Number 3 is accepting a donation from League 42 to construct a new baseball field with lighting at McAdams Park. Program, as you know, is extremely successful. There are approximately 600 children now that participate in League 42. Number 4 is the approval of a contract for outpatient treatment services and case management for defendants on probation in drug court. The contract's with ComCare Addiction Treatment Services. Number 5 is approving $4 million for the purchase of 5 new fire engines. These are replacement units. They're replacing engines that were built in 2005 and 2006. Next item, number 6, is approving $400,000 for the purchase of fire equipment. Page 5, number 7, this is for repairs and replacement work at 6 sewer lift stations. It's a $2 million project. Number 8 is approval of a $100,000 budget for safety improvements around USD 259 schools. The cost of the projects will be split equally between the city and the school district. Number 9 is submitting a letter of intent for FEMA funding in the amount, or for a $40 million project, flood mitigation project in West Wichita. It would remove 149 structures from floodplain and 450 acres of ground, and we would do it in partnership with Sedgwick County. This is the same project the council approved previously for federal funding. We were not successful with that grant, but believe that we'll have better chance this funding round. Number 10 has been requested for consideration by the building community. They would like you to review the process that would allow public improvements in subdivisions to be designed by the original platting engineer. All projects in excess of $50,000 would be approved by the council. Number 11 is an update on the RAD program and also the sale of public housing units, upgrading housing for our low and moderate income residents is the main purpose of these actions. Number 12 is a contract with Burns and Mcdonald for new modeling of our water system to mitigate water system surges, which, as we know, can cause problems with our distribution system. That's all I have on page 5. On page 6, you have a District 2 planning item dealing with nightclub operation in the city. I don't know, Vice Mayor, if you want to mention anything about that one.
Yes, I will. I met with Scott today about it again. He's going to go ahead and do the brief presentation, but I am going to request that go back to MAPC. We just had an issue and feel better about sending it back to MAPC to make sure that everybody's on the same page before we proceed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. On page 7, we have a District 3 zoning change. I don't know, Councilmember, I don't know if you have anything on that one.
No, I'd like to maybe chat with Scott after the meeting.
Great, okay. And then number 3 on page 7 is a District 5 island annexation. That's all I have on page 7, nothing on page 8, nothing on page 9 or page 10. Page 11, down at the bottom, number 12, this would approve a bond ordinance for a $13.5 million IRB issue. This project would create 41 apartments, or has actually created 41 apartments in the old Spaghetti Works building and 67,000 square feet of office and retail space in the area. On page 12, number 13, this is the approval of a bond ordinance for the issuance of $7.5 million in industrial revenue bonds for 55,000 square feet of aviation manufacturing space. This project is creating 150 new jobs. Number 14 is a lease for concession space at the Advanced Learning Library. The action would award this contract to the Department for Children and Families in their Business Enterprise Program. Number 16 is a trade of land to provide city access for drainage way maintenance, excuse me. And with that, Vice Mayor, that's all we have.
Bob, I did have a question on consent 17. Could you hear me?
Yes.
I believe, I could be wrong, isn't Auburn Hills in District 4?
I think it depends on the location.
Okay, I just was curious. Because one time I had a spirited debate about where Auburn Hills was. Just checking.
Okay, we'll double check that.
Okay, otherwise, that's all I've got. If anybody else doesn't have questions. Thank you.
Okay, is that it? All right, well, everybody enjoy your 3-day weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.